Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, it's only natural that'd get a lower score. That was not a very good movie.
Oh, now that's just insulting.
Agreed. Oh boy. What is this world coming to? So, I don't know where to begin with this. I wasn't really expecting there to be a Venom movie in the first place. And when it was announced, I didn't really know what to think of it. Now, I'm not as much of a Spider-Man fan as I used to be. I was quite the Spider-Man fan as a kid, and I rather enjoyed the first two movies, and not really sure how I felt about the third one. And I thought the first Amazing Spider-Man was okay, but the second one, mm-mm. It started off promising and just went downhill from there. Ugh. Well, Venom, I actually rather enjoyed that. The critics clearly didn't, though, as they gave it a lower score than Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 combined, which is just fucking insulting. You insult me. So, a few days ago, I saw Venom with my uncle and cousin. And it was a pretty decent experience. I had some money left over from my paycheck, so I pitched in, had some popcorn, and enjoyed a cool movie. Now, what I will say about Venom is that it had a very slow start. So, that being a turnoff for some, I can kind of understand. That movie started off very slow. But when it got good, man, did it get good. That's all I gotta say. Is that movie got good. Now, it could have been better. It wasn't like 100% perfect. Like, just about nothing is. But overall, I enjoyed it a lot. Like, the dynamic between, was it Eddie and Venom? Like, it was funny. This movie was funny. Now, it wasn't like, Deadpool funny, and it wasn't like, completely over the top, but it was pretty funny, and there were a lot of really cool moments. I also think that they had a pretty good choice of actors, for the most part. At least for, Eddie and his girlfriend. I thought those were pretty good choices, and they did a pretty good job. And like most of the time, CGI in movies is pretty crappy, but the CGI in this was actually pretty neat, and Venom actually looked like Venom. And like I said, he did a pretty good job as Venom. This is probably the best Venom ever portrayed in a movie. Granted, Spider-Man 3 had like the worst Venom ever, so it didn't have much competition, if we're being completely honest here. Like, Venom in Spider-Man 3 was like the worst thing ever. That was just bad. Just plain fucking bad. But even with that said, I think they did a pretty okay job. And I mean, like, Venom is one of the coolest villains ever, so a movie based on him. Great shit. I don't know much about the comic books, but I did hear that it's at least true to the comics in a sense. Like I guess Venom's like solo comics where he's made out to be the hero, or like a bad guy turned hero, sort of, or like you know, more of an anti-hero, I guess, like Deadpool. Like he does kill, but only bad guys. So, I guess it would have been better if it was rated R and it could have been a little more violent. Not that, you know, I always see violence as a selling point in movies. You know, you can have a good movie without over-the-top violence, but I feel like that might have suited this movie a little better. Of course, then it might have just been called like a Deadpool ripoff or something, but I don't know. But you know, just a little, like, an R rating, giving them a chance to go just a little more, you know, all out with the movie might have benefited it a little more. But all in all, I think it was pretty good for what it was. And like I said, like, the back and forth between Venom and Eddie was like so good, and just like the slow descent into madness was awesome. Like seeing Eddie like slowly turn into Venom and like slowly get consumed by the parasite was nice. That was cool. And when he finally went full on Venom and like the suit took control, that shit was nice. And the chase scene, the fucking chase scene was epic. I don't think anybody could disagree with that, at the very least. That shit was pretty cool. So, you know, it had a decent amount of action and a decent amount of comic relief, and I thought it had the right amount of everything. And it was definitely better than Spider-Man 3 and AS2, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it was significantly better than those two. It shits all over those. Not the best Marvel movie by any means. That honor for me would probably have to go to one of the Deadpool movies, but it's still a good one, or at least an okay one. I guess, you know, if you're trying to hold a candle to the likes of like the Avengers or Thor or Captain America, anything like that, or even Spider-Man Homecoming for that matter, yeah, okay, it does fall a little bit short, not gonna lie, but it was still cool. I still thought it was cool. I still enjoyed it, so that's all I gotta say about that. And just the interactions were great, and so yeah. And I guess they kind of treated it like a buddy comedy, which, I mean, you'd think would have been really dumb, but I think they pulled it off. I think they pulled it off pretty well. And you know, seeing Eddie and Venom talk to each other, and you know, their contrasting personalities, I thought it worked. I thought it worked really well. Yeah. So I'm just saying I liked it. That's all I really gotta say. So I guess I'll go now, before I waste any more of your time. I've got some heads to go bite off.